the dollar. Let's get it, baby. Let's motherfucking get it. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I started seeing that turbo ad randomly pop up, and I'm like, I didn't enable shit. It just started popping up on its own. I better be getting some money from that shit, man, because ain't no way. Also, I'm subscribed to Crunchyroll as a mega fan. Yo, their discounts suck balls on their website. I don't care if that shit is a sponsored little shit on my shit. Their discounts fucking suck. They suck. They suck. How's the JoJo journey? I have not continued watching JoJo. You would know I'm watching JoJo just by looking at my IG. I did not watch JoJo today because I didn't exercise. I needed to take a rest day. Bro, we gotta get more Persona news, bro. I doubt they're gonna say anything else about that shit. They taking forever when it comes to that shit, bro. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the stream. How you guys doing? Yeah, I got Kingdom Hearts 4 before Persona 6. Bro, probably, man. Probably. Oh, that's a banger right there. I haven't heard that song in a minute. Turn that shit the fuck up, bro. Bum, bum, bum. That is a certified hood banger if I've ever heard one. Time to play Persona 5 again? I can't, bro. I mean, if I replay it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm skipping a lot of the scenes. If I replay it, the only scenes I'm gonna watch are the anime cutscenes and like main important plotline stories. I would rewatch. Anything else, I'm skipping. You said happy 1 year, Andy, to the last Kingdom Hearts 4 news that we got, bro. I don't know, man. You said those Persona 5 R VODs are lost media. Is it actually? I'm gonna be honest, bro. Whoever missed it, y'all missed it, bro. Might as well play it modded. Nah, I'm not doing all that. That sounds like a lot of work. That sounds like I gotta get it on Steam. Then I gotta change files. I'm good off that, bro. I'm not doing all that. That's a lot of work. Just so I could like play the game and have a little bit of a different menu change. No, I'm good, bro. You said those Persona 5 R streams had mad copyright music? Yo, low key, they did. They had hella copyright music. So it was like, there were days that I was streaming for like 6 hours plus, and for some reason, like throughout the stream, we're just randomly just watching different shit. B-Stars OP, don't get me started, bro. Don't get me started, bro. That B-Stars OP was knocking my shit out. Oh. You said that one what if Kasumi mod where she's the MC? Bro, I read that. I said if Kasumi was what if Kasumi mod where she's the MC? I don't want to play a Persona game where Kasumi's the MC. Fuck Kasumi, bro. She don't deserve that shit. She an endgame shorty. Hell no. Let me play as Maruki. Let me play as Maruki at the clinic, and then I'm over here giving people you know, consejo and shit. You said the furry dude in my class, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think he has problems, bro. That guy 100% has problems. Like, I don't know what's up with this guy's mental. Bro, the guy in my class, he drinks only soda. He's one of those people. I asked him for like no reason. I was like, bro, do you drink water? He hates drinking water. He only drinks juice and soda. Then now he's like low-key becoming an alcoholic somehow, and he's only 19 years old. He's obsessed with furries. He's obsessed with Roblox. He's obsessed with not doing work and wanting to leave the United States because he hates the United States. He wants to live in Canada because he thinks Canada's gonna be better, but he's broke. And then I keep telling him, bro, you know everything in Canada is more expensive, right? He's like, I'm like, no shit, Sherlock. I'm like, we pay $60, $70 for games here. In Canada, that's just like 80, 90, brother. Like, if you think it's gonna be easier in Canada, you're fucking stupid. He's dumb, bro. He's dumb. And then today, he just didn't help in class. He showed up an hour late because the trains were late. And then today he just didn't want to do anything. Bro thinks just because he cuts a pipe, right? Mind you, when you're cutting a pipe in class, is one of the easiest things to do. You stabilize it, you put it on a machine, right? That holds it straight. You literally just draw a line with the Sharpie, hit the saw, you cut it. Bro cuts 2 pieces of pipe and think like he did his job for the day. And I'm like, no, bitch. We gotta now bend the pipe. We gotta offset the pipe. We gotta then put the pipe on the wall, clamp it. We gotta then run the freaking wires. We gotta run the stranded wire. We gotta link up the receptacles. We gotta link up the switches. He don't want to do none of that shit, bruh. Then he starts complaining like, oh, I'm not learning. Oh, everything is so hard. I'm like, because you keep sitting down and playing Roblox, you fucking idiot. And he keeps on looking up like furry shit and like furry suits, and I'm like, bro, you don't have any money to even get a furry suit, bro. Like, stop looking up furry suits. You know how expensive furry suits are, bro? You don't have that money, bro. He's in danger, bro. Yes. And then he's also one of those people where like he has a very short temper, where like sometimes he says things in class where I kind of like squint at him and I'm like, bro, I think you belong in a mental asylum, bro. Like, he would say little things like, oh, if I had a gun, I would, right? So and so, you already know where that conversation going. And I'm like, bro, and he fiending to own a gun. He's like, man, I wish I owned a gun. And I'm like, yo, man, I'm like, yo, I'm praying for your ass, bro. You kind of crazy. Nothing wrong with being a furry. No, that's what I tell him. He tells me he thinks people got problems with furries. You know what's funny? I feel like he's growing a bigger friendship with me because I can relate to bro, because I can tell that he's heavily on the internet. And I'm also heavily on the internet. But I can control myself, and I guess since I'm a millennial, I grew up having a life outside the internet, and then I grew up like later in my teens online. So I kind of get it. But I feel like he was born with an iPad and he's been on the internet his whole life. So there's a lot of memes that I would bring up to him that he would end up laughing at and being like, wow, I'm surprised you know about that meme. I'm like, of course, I'm on the internet all the time, bro. And then, you know, I tell him I don't have a problem with furries. Like, I feel like they're regular people every day. They just have a passion for that shit. It's fine. But I don't know, bro. There's something wrong with him genuinely, bro. You said don't mention FNAF Chica to him. Oh no, I already did. Sometimes he jokes to me talking about like, oh man, I think he told me one time some shit where he was like, man, some people online find Chica hot. And I looked at him dead in his eyes and I was like, I'm people. Bro, I was like, I'm people. He was like, people online find Chica hot. I'm like, I'm people. That animatronic about to get her gears buttered. And he started laughing his ass off, like, because I think the thing is too is like he knows how old I am, so he gets caught off guard when I say certain shit. I'm like, bro, I'm on the internet probably just as much as you, but it's just I know I'm just an adult now and I know how to like process shit. Like he's only 19, bro, but I feel like, I don't know, bro, I feel like he needs to get off the internet and like experience life without the internet because he's too cooked. What's the arcana for him when he's ranked 10? I don't know, bro. But I'm trying to make him lock in because he's one of those people that I feel like when he gets overwhelmed, he shuts down a lot. And I keep telling him, stop shutting down, bro. I'm like, you gotta lock in. No, because I don't know how to do this, and if I don't know how to do it, I don't know. I'm like, nah, bro, you gotta lock in, bro. You gotta lock in. This is why you in this school, bro. We're trying to get this shit so we can make money. Magician like Kenji, who raised them? I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I feel like definitely a lot of shit in this house is also like not in the best. So, but I don't know, bro. He 19. I'm like, bro, you just gotta lock in. He just gotta lock in. He got like a lot of things that I feel like is bothering him, but at the end of the day, it's like right now we're on segment 3. I feel like mentally he's still in segment 1. He doesn't know how to wire anything. He doesn't know how to do anything. And then I'm like, bro, you made it to segment 3 somehow, some way, off the skin of your teeth and probably cheating. But it's slowly starting to backfire on him because each segment it's getting harder, right? Segment 1 is like easy. Segment 2 is like, okay, now it's kind of easy. Then segment 3 is like, all right, starting to get hard. Segment 4 is going to get harder. Segment 5 is going to get hard, you know? And now I feel like reality's starting to pick up. And he's, the only thing, long story short for him, is that he's lucky he's on my team because I do 90% of the work. Today, everybody went to lunch, right? I stayed. While everybody was eating lunch in the lunchroom or they were out eating pizza in Manhattan, I stayed and I was wiring all this shit up by myself. I was doing all the splices. I'm wiring everything up. By the end, bro, we knocked that shit out of the park. You said I'm carrying him, basically. That song's a banger. Hold on, chat. Right, so this is the shit that I wired up today. If I'm gonna show it to y'all. This is the shit I wired up today. No cap, I did like 80% of the work minimum, bro. I was bugging wiring out. Right? Like if y'all see it. Bro, wiring all the circuitry. I had autumn light fixtures coming on. Overcurrent protector on that bit. Autumn light shits. Knocking autumn shits out. I recorded it because the lights came on and they come off. Each switch controls each different light. Bruh. They bugging. You know what? I gotta take a picture of the furry kid, bro. I gotta take a picture of him. I gotta take a picture of him, bro. Bro, then everybody copying my work. I drew out all the circuits and shit. I had to draw the whole shit out. Then everybody like, Manny, please, I need your notes. I'm like, bro, stop taking my fucking notes, bro. I'm like, yeah, you guys gotta get your own notes. Hold on. Hold on. Oh shit, I gotta send it to the teacher today. Oh my god, I forgot. I might send it to him. Shit. You know what? Give me a sec. Thank ya. Hold on. I gotta send this shit to teacher. I'm gonna end up on his I'm gonna end up on his list. Hold on. Classrooms. Shop 3, right? Shop 3. Yes, this was shop 3. Hold on. Shop 2. Shop 2. Shop 3. 4 boxes with offsets. Okay, hold on. Give me one sec, chat. Let me just submit my work. I forgot completely. Upload photo. Where's this one that I drew? Oh my god, chat. Give me a sec. Don't expose the furry kid. Yeah, true, man. I might become a target. Give me one sec. Forgot to submit my shit. Hold up. I just gotta send it through a picture. Bro, I am not looking forward to theory class, bro. Theory tomorrow is gonna be a bitch, man. That teacher is he's a stickler. Hold up. Send him a picture of Mark. Nah. If I do that shit, bro, I'm glad, right? Like, whenever I'm in theory class, I use this webcam when I'm in theory class. I am so glad that Zoom has a feature that it blurs the background, bro. It blurs the background, so they cannot see me. Let me see if I can take it with Flash. Disturbing the peace. I need the light. Shadow. This is lab 2. All right, chilling. Now, let me just send him that shit. Okay. Bitch. Okay. Loving the 240p stream? Yes. Delicious 240p. All right, that's better. All right, give me a second. Now, I just got to send it to the teacher so he don't try to hit me with some like, yo, man, you just send me your work. Shop 2. Turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. Turn that shit up. That's a banger right there. Looking through my eyes.
Looking through my eyes. You'd were hard to feel okay with you just while. Don't you
Want it, baby.
keep it real? Let's keep it real.
Oh, sometimes.
I'll be turning everything into your love, sweet time. I'm walking to your family, please be with you.
cooked with this shit. Oh my god. Nah, rewind that shit, bro. They cooked with that song. Like, I feel like everybody was in the studio happy as fuck on some. Yo, this is a happy ass song. You vomited 6 times? Oh my god, I'm gonna pray for you, bro. 6 times vomiting is no joke. That shit hurt. The worst thing is when you're vomiting and there's nothing left in your stomach, so you just dry heaving the whole time. You're just hitting the and your whole fucking abdomen is like fucking contracting, so it feel like you're doing sit-ups and you're like the whole time, bro. That shit's the worst, bro.
Looking through my eyes, you'd for hard to feel okay with you just smile.
Cause you want it, baby.
Keep it real, let's keep it real. Oh, tonight I'll be turning everything into your love, sweet time. I'm walking to your family case, being with you.
All right, I turned in my work. Turned in shop 2, turned in shop 3, assignment turned in. I'm chilling. Yup, EMT 3/4, 90 bends. Yup, we're chilling. All right, we chilling. Looking through my eyes. Oh my gosh. Retro want to get a good grade, bro. Nah, luckily the teacher already like checked my work, but he just want to make sure you draw the circuitry and then send it to him too, because it's kind of like a copy of you understanding what you did. So I'm just glad I'm like, I feel like each day I'm understanding more and more what I'm doing, you know? I'm not gonna lie, like I was very nervous day one. Day one, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I was asking like a million questions, but then by like day 3 of shop, of this new segment, I'm like, wait a minute, this shit getting easier now. Like now I could just look at it and I'm like, I know where everything goes low key. So I hope this shit keeps up. You said 5 bottles. I drank 5 bottles of Ramune, but I was already having stomach pains the day before. 5 bottles of Ramune, that's a lot of like sugary soda, dude. I was gonna say, okay, look, maybe drink a seltzer. You need like bubbles. Maybe you gotta like burp it. But I mean, like, you already drank so much Ramune, you might need like some you know, seltzer water, man. Seltzer water is key. I barely ate though. Gotta eat something light probably. He said, personally, I hate seltzer. Man, seltzer is the healthiest thing. Better than soda. What they got here? Rick and Morty new season. Okay. Bro, is that Rohan? I fucking hated this kid. He popped up for like 1 frame. The stupid rock, paper, scissors kid. What was his name? Like Ken or something? His name was like with a K. I think it was Ken. Little motherfucker was so ugly. He's like, John King Bong. I'm like, yo, get this kid out of here. That one episode where when Rohan punched him in the face was like, I was dying laughing, bro. He said, John Ken, boom, yo, Rohan said, he gave him the whole fist in the market, bro. You said I only call him the rock, paper, scissors kid, the John Kim Pong kid. Man, Rohan out here like, release the bugs. Ah, that's a funny image. Oh, gosh. Drank sparkling water for so long, I can't like soda no more. Same. Like, don't get me wrong, there's every once in a blue moon, if it's a hot day, I'll drink myself like a nice bottle Sprite. But other than that, a seltzer water with like a citrus flavor in it, that shit hit. Ooh, cute. Little Natsuki Nendoroid. No, they got her with blocky eyes too. That's clean, dude. Japanese shut-ins are in danger.
Hikikomoris. If you guys don't know what that word means, it is the Japanese word to mean a shut-in, a recluse, someone who is stuck perpetually at home either because they are afraid to go outside.
Nah, those people, there's something wrong with them. You gotta go outside, at least.
And deal with society on their own accord, or because they feel that society itself has rejected them personally and they don't want to deal with it. They want to run and escape from the problem. Obviously, not every
That's literally the kid I think I'm dealing with. He's like that. He just want to be a shut-in the whole time, and he high-key be like, bro, I just want to move to Canada. And I'm like, I don't know why you're so adamant to moving to Canada. And when you have no money, and he just thinks Canada's going to be better than the US. I don't know, bro.
hikikomori is shut in for the exact same reasons. It obviously is a case by case, but I feel like the term hikikomori has become so synonymous with especially Japan, not just because it is a Japanese word, but because we are seeing an intense amount of them in Japan. And I'm surprised I've never actually touched upon this subject in a past video, at least to what I can remember anyway, but I have a lot to say and I have a lot of opinions about hikikomori. Sometimes I am obviously incredibly sympathetic for them, maybe because they had a tough upbringing, or maybe they ran into some kind of trauma or issue in their personal life. Again, as I mentioned, it is a case by case scenario. But I wanted to bring up the topic of hikikomoris in Japan after seeing this particular article from Sora News, shout out. The average age of Japan's hikikomori shuts in is getting older. KH.
Of course, bro. Of course, time waits for nobody. That's why sometimes, especially like younger generations, they be trolling the old heads. Oh man, you're old, you're old. I'm like, you know that shit gonna catch up to you too, right? You 18 one day, you blink, you 25. You blink again, oh shit, 27. Blink, 32. Come on, man. Time waits for nobody.
J, or Kazoku Hikikomori Japan, is an NPO offering support and guidance to hikikomori shut-ins and their families. The organization, which also goes by the name National Federation of Hikikomori Families, conducts an annual survey on the social phenomenon, and on August 28th it announced the most recent results. Within the study, which was conducted this past December and January, 280 families with a hikikomori were surveyed, and the data shows that the average age of hikikomori is increasing. When KSJ carried out the survey's first iteration in 2014, the average hikikomori age was 33.1, but in the most recent edition, it's risen to 36.9. In addition,
Damn, these dudes be shut-in at 33 and 36? I ain't gonna lie. I saw a funny YouTube video like a day ago where like a lady was like, yo. No. The wrong video. But it's not related to this, but she was like, yo, if every day you don't take a shower, you get $100,000, how long would you not take a shower for? And the guy was like, how many days are there in a year? 365 times 100,000. That's 35 million or some fucking shit like that. I was like, yo, 2 months minimum, bro. Yo, if every day I don't have to take a shower and I get $100,000 every day, I think at least 2 months. You said nasty motherfucker, bro. Each month, you getting how much chat? Each month you getting like 3 mil. I may be nasty. Yes, you may call me nasty, but if I'm getting $100,000 every single day for not taking a shower, I'm doing at least 2 months. Maybe by like month 3, I'm like, eh. Also, there's loopholes to that because they said shower. I'ma still use baby wipes, right? They said, hey, you can't shower. I'm like, say no more. Let me get some baby wipes. Let me clean myself with some baby wipes. They didn't say nothing about that. They only said shower. Bro, at that point, I'ma stay a whole year just baby wiping. Baby wiping, I'm getting 100,000 a day. I went off on a tangent. Let's continue. But that's crazy. Age 33 to 36 for a hikikomori is insane.
43% of the hikikomori in the survey families are over 40 years old, and 12.7% are in their 50s or older. Now, immediately, you have to take this survey with a huge grain of salt because this is 280 families, okay? So,
oh, hell yeah, grain of salt. It's only 280 families. I'm thinking it's a way bigger, like, survey. That's barely nobody.
Grander scale of things of looking at a country that has, what, 124, 125 million citizens?
Exactly, 125 million citizens.
Lot, but you also have to understand that this is not an average thing in Japan. Hikikomori is an extreme situation for a lot of families, especially those that are aware that they are living a completely shut-in lifestyle. Because, you know, I feel like the one distinction that needs to be made is that there is a big difference between a shut-in, a hikikomori, someone who has completely, maybe in some instances, been months, even years, in some extreme cases, decades since they ever stepped outside of their room or their house or into the outside world. And then there are those that tend to display hikikomori-like tendencies.
Yeah, exactly, like introverts, where sometimes I have introvert tendencies where I'm like, I love being home, and if I could stay home and not have to go out, I would only go out when I need to. Like if I gotta see family, I gotta see mom and pop, family, stuff like that, then I'd go outside. But the fact that they're saying that people's never stepped out of their house in months and years is insane, bro. Like you have to go outside at some point. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's days where I'm like, all right, man, I gotta go outside. Fuck it. You gotta do what you gotta do and just, do what you gotta do.
Every now and then. There might be some hikikomori.
You say I like fresh air, bro? True. Especially like when it starts hitting summer and it's like nice and sunny. Also, it gets real depressing if you stay home all the time and you don't step outside and you see how beautiful and sunny it is outside. I'm like, nah, there are some days that you have to go outside. Also, chat, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I told anybody in chat, I love scooter riding. I know some people be like, oh, I got a skateboard, I got a longboard, I sometimes go bike riding. I love riding scooters. You love jogging? That sounds like fun. Jogging is nice. I used to jog when I lived in Texas for the small amount of time. But scooter riding, I love riding my scooter, bro. I be going down hills like a torpedo with the scooter, and I just like to just kick scooter in the street. Kick scooters. Not the electric shits, kick scooters. I love kick scooters.
Is that were shut in for maybe a couple of months or even a couple of years, and then for whatever reasons, they reformed from that and stepped out into society and are no longer shut-ins. But then again, I feel like with these 280 families, this is hikikomoris in long-term shut-in situations. Those that have been shut in for many
Jogging
years.
hits hard when you get the playlist bumping, yup. And when that second wind kicks
rising
in.
Average hikikomori age presents problems even beyond the economic hardships of retirement-age senior citizens having to continue to work or attempt to support their unemployed children on a fixed household income. It also adds a ticking clock element, as older hikikomori will lose that safety net when their parents pass away. The KSJ survey's data show that the average age of a family member carrying for a hikikomori is 66.3, also an increase over previous years, and even found instances of hikikomoris in their 60s who are being supported by the parents in their 90s, even with Japan's...
Nah, go get a fucking job, you old piece of shit. What? Found instances of I can't say that shit. Hikikomoris in their 60s who are being supported by their parents in their 90s? Bro, let your parents rest!
Life expectancy being one of the longest in the world, simple math shows that isn't a living arrangement that's sustainable for the very long term. You know, if the prospect that Japan is currently going through a low birth rate crisis and a rising population crisis in terms of age, how the average Japanese person's age is just increasing more and more over the years because of the lack of new children and because of the high life expectancy, now we have to worry about the same thing happening with shut-ins, with hikikomori. And again, mind you, this is 280 families. I'm sure that there are many families all across the country that have a hikikomori son or a hikikomori daughter who maybe are in their 20s, who are in their 30s, for instance. But it seems like, according to this NPO, the average age might be increasing, which doesn't look good for a lot of these futures. I mean, if it wasn't already a bleak future to begin with, considering the fact that, they're shut-ins. The rising hikikomori age shows that for many of these dealing with crippling social anxiety, the cause isn't just a simple source of temporary stress, nor is the condition just a phase that they'll overcome with the mere passage of time. However, with school bullying or academic pressure being the two most commonly perceived triggers for becoming a hikikomori, there's comparatively less attention given to recovery programs and assistance for full-grown shut-ins. And I was just about to touch upon this point. If there's one thing that I continuously like to cover and like to vouch for when it comes to covering these kinds of topics about Japanese culture in the modern day, is the fact that Japan, in and of itself, just has such little support for mental health, and the current existing systems for a lot of these people just aren't up to snuff. They're not up to the standard of, say, other westernized countries that are a lot more caring for their citizens when it comes to mental health. Mind you, it wasn't until very recently that Japan, as a country, decided to even start caring about mental health. Like, when I was a kid growing up in Japan, the topic of mental health was never even a thing. And now, granted, it wasn't really a thing either when I was growing up in Australia as well, but Australia, for instance, has definitely gotten the memo that it is a big problem that needs to be tackled, considering the fact that there seems to be more and more people who are getting things like social anxiety, going through depression, going through these stresses through their mental health, and there are systems in place that make sure to cater to and to help those people overcome it, whether it be things like therapists or medication or recovery programs. But considering that Japan takes so much time to start making reforms countrywide, especially for these kinds of instances, and also the fact that I feel like a lot of Japanese people kind of undermine a lot of hikikomori, maybe because they don't understand their particular situations, or maybe because they don't try to even be sympathetic to those who are maybe going through things like crippling social anxiety or...
I mean, I get it, but I feel like it gets to a point, right? Like you can't tell me, oh, hikikomori, you're already considered a geezer. You're 60 talking about, well, I'm still scared to go outside because somebody when I was 15 gave me the stinker. You a whole grandma already. And your great grandma is 90. Like, bro, it gets to a point. It gets to a point where, like, somebody, I feel like sometimes, look, I know it sounds fucked up, chat. I know it sounds fucked up. But I feel like it gets to a point where, like, this is somehow segueing again to the furry kid in my class. You gotta look him in the eye and be like, lock in, pussy! Stop being a bitch! It's like, I know it don't always work, but sometimes it gotta get to that point where it's like, yo, if you keep on being in this mentality, you gonna end up like this, 60 years old, shut in, never leaving your house, still being supported by 90-year-old parents. Nah, bro, it's insane. Culture thinks some people prefer the children to stay even when they're elderly. It's just American and Japan. Yo, I feel like that'd be hell to just be home at all times, especially when you're that old. And then I'm not gonna lie, by that time, if you've been a shut-in for that long when you're 60, I ain't gonna hold you. I bet you your life is full of regret by that time. By that time, you're gonna be thinking like, damn, I should have gone outside. Now I'm here 60 years old, probably in the cusp of death, damn near, because a lot of people, when they hit around that age group, is like, you already know the tombstone low-key calling your name. You live in life full of regret at that point. Your life is forfeit by that time, bro. It's just terrible. You gotta, like, I don't know, man. Some people, I know it's like harder for some people than others, but it's like, you gotta lock in. You gotta be like, all right, bro, I gotta stop being a bitch. I know this shit sound cringy, but bro, anime, I love anime, bro. Just because I feel like I like whenever I watch anime and I see like the stories that they portray, that should be giving me motivation. I'm like, bro, I could do anything. I know that shit sound cringy, but fuck it. That's why I love anime so much, bro.
Depression or any kind of mental health disorder that has led them to this situation. And again, not to mention the fact that we see this every single time we talk about any kind of Japanese cultural issues. It's almost like the system in place has a cause that is all connecting back to a single root problem. It's the fact that these systems, especially in school, especially in the work culture, it's just societal norms in general, are crippling some people to not be able to follow through with it. Like true.
And I'm not gonna lie, when I was younger, I used to be bullied because I was a little fat kid in school. But a part of me used to be like, damn, bro, that shit sucked that I got bullied. But then also another part of me was like, wait a minute, I'm actually glad I got bullied because, you know, I toughened up because of it. Obviously, for other people, it's different. There's some people that's gonna be like, oh, I got bullied so much that it fucked up like my whole confidence and all types of shit. And then, you know, God forbid they ended up getting like an eating disorder or other things that could like, you know, fuck up their life. But I don't know. I used to get bullied a lot when I was a kid and shit. And then it's like, as I started getting older, I'm like, wait a minute, man. I'm actually glad this shit happened to me because like now I won't ever let that shit happen again type shit. Where like now if I'm older and I'm in a scenario where I'm an adult, I see some shit like that off rip, I'm nipping that shit on the ass. Like the second I see a bully now, like as an adult, I'm gonna be like, ho, pause right there, buddy, because maybe that's why I'm loud as shit. I don't know. Maybe it's some mixing with the Dominican genes, but it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like I leveled up heavy because of that shit. But school was definitely crazy. You said if I got bullied, I would have been into BDSM. Sir. Hold there, Buster. Oh my gosh. If you get bullied for watching hentai, you wouldn't be down 1,000 playing Nikkei. Hey. Let me do what I want with my money. Also, you know what's funny? Furry Kid was talking to me about, I think he was watching some anime girl show. You know what? I should text him. And I should be like, yo.
I really do not understand how some people...
Hold on. I should text him and say, yo, what was that anime girl show you were talking about? I hope he doesn't call me, though. Let me see. WhatsApp. I almost leaked his name. I'm about to ask him. He said the show had to do with like these anime girls and it was borderline hentai, but he said it wasn't a hentai. And he's like, it had to do with these girls where like they had to physically touch each other or some bullshit. And I'm just looking at him like, all right, buddy, I don't know what type of show you watching, but it almost sounds like a hentai, but it's not a hentai and it's hitting that gray area. Oh, I think that's what it is, Callie. Gushing over magical girls. Is that what it is? I think that's what it is.
Retro getting bullied is the reason why he able to spin the block on his ops while wearing Heelys. Shout out to bullies.
Heelys, bro. That's funny. Yes, that's the show. That's the show. He showed me the title. Yes, he showed me this cover. That's the show. I admire magical girls and whatever the hell this shit is called. This is the show he was talking to me about. This one. Hold on. This one. This is the show. He mentioned it to me. He kind of like mentioned what the premise of, and I told him, I said, hey brother, this shit sound like borderline hentai. But he's like, oh, and this is the way he literally said it. He was like,
But I love the show. You know why? Because there's no fucking. It's kind of like they're edging me. That's literally how he said it. And I was like, hey, bro, you know what? Hey, bro, if it butters your biscuit, brother, I told him just like that. I don't even treat him with disrespect. I'd be like, hey, bro, if that butters your biscuit, that's fine, bro. It's a good show. Main girl is a villain corrupting the heroes. That might be somebody in your chat. Bro, the last thing I want to do is let anybody know in that class that I'm a streamer. That's the last thing, because I feel like genuinely he might tune into my streams and become a fan, and that's the shit that's gonna fucking scare me. I'm like, no. I do not want this guy knowing that I stream and shit. Hell no. You said I'm not watching that shit? Man.
People don't see these issues. Like, you know, a lot of people will talk about, oh, school bullying is like the highest ever. Oh, teen suicide rates are the highest ever. Or academic pressure to go to university and get a 6-digit job or whatever. Like, I genuinely do not understand how some people do not see that these are the roots of the problem. And so many Japanese people, especially those in the older generation who lived through those systems as they were being developed in the modern age, don't see it as maybe a sign to get with the times or change it up for the newer generation because they don't care about the newer generation. Either that or they just completely undermine the concept of hikikomoris as something that is not their issue or is not an issue in the grander scale of things, when it is very clear with these kinds of stories, with any other Japanese cultural news that I've covered on this channel, that yes, there are some root issues that need to be resolved, that need to be looked seriously and need to be changed. As with many social issues in Japan, hikikomori are often treated as a family issue first, and cultural values make Japanese parents more willing.
Considering what I draw, I get where he's coming from. The human imagination does more work than the actual product.
No, I agree, Al. I agree. I think I said it one time on stream where didn't I say that? I said that about something specific. I forgot what I mentioned that on one time, where I was like, I think I said something along the lines of last time, but that was like years ago, where I was like, I would rather see a girl doing lewds over nudes, because the lewds fucks with your imagination more, therefore making you, I know that shit sounds like crazy gooner shit, but it makes you hornier because you don't see it. Right? If a girl goes yeet and you see the shits, right? You gonna get that quick rush of endorphin, like, ooh, you see them, but then afterwards you're gonna be like, damn, but I already saw the titties. But then if a girl hits you with one of these where she covering it like this, right there, you're like, wait a goddamn minute. Hold up. How them shits looking? I don't know, man. Do they look like Hershey Kisses? God. Okay, you know what? Let me stop. Let's continue with this shit. But you know what I'm saying? The imagination start running wild.
To shoulder the extra responsibility of caring for an adult child than parents in many other countries might. However, while such patience may come from a place of kindness, parental support can't last forever. And so more concentrated efforts
the imagination go crazy.
Into wider society, at least to the extent of becoming more self-reliant, are going to become increasingly important in the years to come. Facts. We can't just brush it aside to be like, that's a them issue. As someone who is a functioning member of Japanese society who has no issues whatsoever with a completely
No, but I feel like it's a mix. I know that might be a hot take from me. I feel like it's a mix where, like you say, as with many social issues in Japan, hikikomori is often treated as a family issue first, because it could also be a thing, in my opinion, where I'm like, you probably didn't give the children the proper tools to be in like a social environment, right? Like, for example, if you have like a child and you have them all the time on a tablet and they never go outside, they never have fun at the park, they never interact with children, they never fix or learn social skills, yes, they're going to be more prone to be a shut-in and not want to interact with anybody. But if you go to the child and be like, give me that damn tablet, we go to the park and you're going to go outside and play and talk to people and then, like, you know, have to build those characteristics and that social skill. Maybe you could have that could like branch off the two different timelines of like, you could be a perma shut-in, hikikomori, or you could maybe go outside, talk to people. I don't know, bro. So I feel like to say at all that it's not a family fit issue first, I feel like it's a bit of a mix. It could be a bit of a family issue and it could be a societal issue at the same time.
Fucked work schedule and a completely fucked school system full of bullying, full of academic pressure.
It's a bit of both.
It out, bro. It's not that hard. And granted, you know, in some instances, maybe with the whole yutori kyoiku and stuff like that, there might be some kids who are taking it a little bit too easy. You know, maybe they don't understand the severity or the importance to be able to follow these cultural guidelines that Japanese society has set for them. But not everybody is built the same way. Some kids, especially in school.
You said I'm somewhat of a shut-in because I draw, but you got to balance it with work and exercise. Yeah, and going outside and sometimes just like socializing with people in general, you know? Sometimes when I'm in Manhattan and I'm walking fast, um, like sometimes when you're stopping at a red light, you could have like a brief conversation. That happened to me today. I had a brief conversation with somebody randomly where like I was walking somewhere. I stop at a red light, waiting for the crosswalk to like let me go. Guy right next to me is like, fuck, bro, look at all these taxi cabs. I would never do this shit. And I looked dead at him and I was like, bro, I agree. Fuck driving around in Manhattan. This shit is terrible. And he was like, yeah, bro, this shit is terrible. And I was like, yo, look at one of those buses right there. I used to drive one of them pieces of shit down from here, down the Battery Tunnel to Brooklyn. I'm never doing that fucking thing again. And the guy was like, oh, no way, you used to do that shit? I'm like, yeah. The second the light turned green, I was like, yo, it was good talking to you, bro. I'll see you later. That's it. Sometimes it'd be like little brief interactions. You talking to people, you keep it pushing. Don't think too much about it. Just be like, fuck it, man. Would you interact with somebody if in chat if they see you? Yes. Like, what do you think I'm gonna be like? Fuck you, don't talk to me. Get away from me. No, hell no. But if it's class, oh my God. I mean, like, class, leave me alone.
Maybe you just can't keep up with it because
Leave me
it is
alone,
an
class.
impossibly high standard that these kids need to strive for. And sometimes it's not an issue
Only
of,
if it's
they're
class.
not smart enough or they're not diligent enough. Some people just can't take it. And when those number of people who can't take a system start increasing more and more and more with the times, that's when you have to put the foot on the brakes, look at the entire picture and go, okay, this is clearly not working out. There is some kind of issue that is making it impossible for the average Japanese citizen to be able to follow through with it. Because
That, and also I was gonna say to Joey, we got to see like a bigger survey. I want to see a bigger survey. Like, what's the statistic? Because maybe that's why they're not doing anything about it. If the statistic is super, super tiny, where it's like, oh, it's only like 1 or 2%, you know, Japan gonna be like, man, we ain't changing the rules for the 2%. Fuck them 2%. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there got to be a bigger survey of like how much, because they said that there's like 15 million people in Japan. They got to do like a broad, giant survey where it's like, to see like how the family structures are.
guarantee that Japanese society will not start taking things like hikikomori or homeless people or people with mental disorders, you know, things that are existing in Japan and have existed in Japan for a long time. They won't start looking.
What if it's Tainted? I'm not gonna lie, I probably have a drink with him. Like if I ever meet Tainted, I'll be like, yo, and I know he's Spanish, so I'm gonna be like, yo, que lo que, money? I'll be like, yo, let's go take a shot real quick. I would like to take a shot with Tainted.
At these issues seriously until it becomes a majority. And that is at the expense of a collectivist society. If you, as a person, don't fit into the majority, then that's a you issue. But if the people with these problems are the majority, then that's when things start to become a
Literally, that's what I said exactly. If it's not the majority and it's like a 1-2% thing, they're not gonna look at that.
serious issue, when you should be able to cover these issues before they turn into a majority. And mind you, this is just a small, tiny
only
percentage of the
280
Japanese
families
population,
surveyed.
280 families. But 280 families is a lot of families. And if the same can be said for the wider demographic as well, you know, maybe we'll see a bigger survey by the KSJ in the future that might give us more concrete and actual provable statistics at a wider scale, then maybe then the Japanese government will turn around and be like, yes, this might be a problemo. But it's the fact that it's seeming like this is not just a growing problem, that nothing has been done to take care of it, and if something has been done to take care of it, then it's clearly not fucking working. Or, in this instance, some might argue that it is a generational issue. Some might sit here and look at these stats and go, okay, so it clearly seems like people who were born in a certain generation, or maybe a certain decade, tend to continue to stay being hikikomoris for longer than another generation, for instance. Because the truth of the matter is, this is such a small slice of the pie, we don't know what the stats are for, say, hikikomoris who are Gen Z. We don't know the stats for hikikomoris who are Gen X, or millennials, or even Gen Alpha for that instance. So before we jump into any conclusions, which I obviously never want to do with these kinds of videos, and I want to keep the conversation open with all of you watching this video about how we can maybe get a bigger picture of the whole thing. Is this just a generational issue? Is this an individual household issue? Or is this a growing issue that actually needs to be taken seriously? And if it is the latter, then what can Japan do to change it? Is it maybe realistic to seriously start considering changing the schooling system in some way that supports people with developing mental health issues? Is it realistic to change the work-life culture that has existed since the bubble era and that some Japanese companies don't understand is long over? Or again, could it just be a simple matter of, this is an individualistic problem. Japanese parents need to get their head out of their ass and start, you know, actually disciplining their child and maybe even forcing their children out into society because, again, as the article said, they're not going to be there to pay for their food and shelter forever. And again, it's so shitty, right? Because I truly am sympathetic for some of these.
You said I had a lady try to talk to me in IKEA and I got social anxiety, so I was trying to whisper and walk away, but she was following me to the point where I felt dizzy and panicky. What? Cow. I don't know, bro. I'm such a comedic person. I'm sorry, Cal. You know what I thought of instantly when you said that shit? Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Don't kill me. Hold on. You're a dickhead. I'm sorry, Cal. I'm sorry. This is what I thought of. Hold on. But before I show you what I thought of, I'm going to say, nah, sometimes it does happen. Because especially like if you're not a person who does interact with people often, it could happen. So, that is unfortunate. I'm not going to lie. It is unfortunate. Not going to lie. But I don't know why. The second you mentioned that, I instantly... I thought of this shit. I'm sorry. Don't kick my ass, Cal. Cal was like, stop it. Okay, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's a terrible meme. Don't kill me, Cal. I'm sorry. But in a realistic thing, I want to know... But the weird part is she was stalking you, actually. So you know what? You had every right to feel that. Because if she talked to you and then you felt like that and then she left you alone, then I get it. But if she stalked you, I would have been like, why are you following me? Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because you did mention she followed you. Why was she following you? I would have turned around and been like, are you... Unless she asked you, if something was in the IKEA and then she thought that you were leading her there. I don't know, bro. Cal said in the next stream, there's going to be no friendly fire. Oh my gosh, she's going to hit me with that E-liter. Cal 4K. Cal 4K, I'm going to be behind her with the splatling like this. And this is Cal. She's going to be like this. And then she's going to turn around and look dead at me like this. Cal, chill. Cal. Yo, 4K E-liter. Turning around, bro. I'm clipped, bro. She going to turn straight around and I'm going to see that big ass laser. Oh my gosh, bro. I'm not safe. I am not safe. I'm like, I'm sorry.
Or, some of them do it because they're lazy. Of course, we can't throw that possibility out. But I think for a lot of these people, it is like a society.
You are not safe from the E-liter.
Result of a society that has
the laser
so
beam
much
of
pressure
death
on these people, whether it be socially or educationally or workplace or just societally, that they can't stand it. And this is their form of retaliation. And if more and more people start to sink themselves into these pitfalls while the birth rate is getting lower and societal pressure
that's
gets higher,
the scary part, bro. Everybody talking about the birth rate declining like crazy. They're saying like in the next few years, bruh, like a whole generation gonna get wiped out and the population gonna go crazy down. You said, oh, because she was trying to talk to me about, oh, you had your doggy? But I don't feel comfortable socializing with people, so I was just trying to shuffle away. Ah, damn. I hate those people when they do that shit. Where like you could tell you're trying to leave and then they're still trying to like pss, 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 your dog and shit. Like, come on, I want to see your doggy. I'm like, leave me alone. Oh, you ever seen those videos on the internet where they're like, don't touch, not friendly. Don't touch, not friendly. Imagine Cal just like, was like, damn, let me get her away from me. Don't touch my dog, he's not friendly. You said there's 8 billion? Man. You said we don't need no more babies? Nah, I hear like eventually, because like the older demographic is gonna like pass away. And there's gonna be like a lot of shit. But hey, 8 billion of us, I'm sure we'll be fine. I don't know, man. Some people, they did like weird statistics. She was starting to growl because she felt my anxiety. Ooh, see, that's what's cool about dogs. Dogs could somehow like look at you and be like, oh, she ain't feeling so hot. Now I'm mad. She's not even a service dog? Ooh. You said W pupper? Hell yeah. Dogs be feeling emotions quick. That's why I feel like when people go pet dogs, right? I get very standoffish when it comes to me just petting dogs. The only dogs I feel like I'm comfortable petting are like the little monster looking ones. French bulldogs. Man, they look like little monsters and they don't even bark. They just make those noises. Those little motherfuckers, every time I see them, I just think of a Pokemon. So I'm like, I grab them and I pet them and then they feel comfortable. Like German Shepherds, bro. Every time I get close to a German Shepherd, I'll be like, I ain't even gonna touch you because I feel like you gonna feel my energy. And then the dog gonna be like, nah, I don't like this motherfucker. So I instantly be like, hey, back up. Like big ass dogs, I get like, you stereotyping? Hell no. Big dogs, I be getting like, because I don't know how they gonna act. And that's the thing though, because I feel like if you go to a German Shepherd and then you pet him and you don't have fear, he's gonna feel that energy. But I don't know, for some reason, every dog that's huge, I'd be like, damn, bro, I'm gonna give off an energy where I'm kind of standoffish. Like, fuck, I don't know if I should pet him. I don't know if I should pet him in the chin, in the head. I don't know, bro. You said the little dogs that be the worst. I don't know. French bulldogs, every time I seen a French bulldog, they just been cute as shit.
And the aging population gets older, then I'm truly starting to get really scared for the
Iggy?
future of Japan.
Yo,
And I'm
unironically, I thought Iggy was ugly as shit, but then he's a French bulldog. Those dogs to me are cute.
genuinely not just saying that as like clickbait or whatever. Like, if you guys have been following my channel, then you'll know that there's been a lot of cultural issues that have been slowly brewing under the scenes in Japan that people aren't really talking.
You say I'm calling that dog big? No, not French bulldogs. The dogs I'm calling big are German shepherds. German shepherds. Huskies are cute. I could pet a husky. But German shepherds, man, they be giving me like this look of just death. Bruh, you got a Dalmatian? You got a Dalmatian pupper? That is so cute. I've only ever seen Dalmatians in freaking, what's it called? Kingdom Hearts, bruh. Yes! Yo, you know how rare it is for me to, like, ever see Dalmatians in the wild? Dalmatians are so cool, bro. I instantly think of Kingdom Hearts, like the 101 Dalmatians. The mama had... Is this the mama? She had a bunch of puppies? That's the mama? She had a puppies? Oh my god, I keep hitting this button by mistake. My bad. That's her when she was little. And next pick is when she's older. Oh, she chilling. Bruh, imagine... She hasn't had no puppies? Yo, imagine you have, like... She gets pregnant. You got, like, 5 of those little Dalmatians running around the house. Oh my gosh. That would be the cutest. That would be the absolute cutest. Oh, Cal got her fixed? Nah, it'd be like that sometimes. Oh, also, isn't it like, if you get them fixed, like, they don't get in heat too much, right? Because, yo, I'll never forget, like, when I had, like, a friend back in the day and I used to go to their house, bro, there was this girl cat that they had. When I tell you that girl cat was always in heat. And that shit used to piss me off, bro. Because the girl cat kept throwing it back at me, bro. Like, yo, one of the craziest things, chat, is seeing a cat in heat keep throwing it back at you, bro. This girl cat kept doing this. Like, that's the noise it kept making. And it kept throwing it back like this, like literally. And I'm staring at this cat like, why is this cat inching towards me throwing it back? And she's like, and I'm like, nah, bro, nah, throw her outside, bro. She needs it. Speed, she needs it. He said, bro, my dogs never stop humping each other. I can't stand when they're in heat, bro, they start tweaking. They start tweaking. They really be out here like, oh, I need it. They were smelling Jeff and Grim on you? No, that was like way back in the day. Like Jeff, R.I.P. to bro, man. R.I.P. to Jeff, man. Old cat. That was definitely around the time when Jeff was alive. Yeah, because, you know, Jeff was in the house. And then whenever I went to that friend's house, I think she was smelling Jeff. Yeah. She was smelling Jeff and Sasuke. Sasuke, I miss that cat, bro. That cat dipped. That cat one time went outside, and then, like, one day he just never came back. Jeff was that one cat where we let that motherfucker outside all the time. Always came back. Always came back. Jeff always came back. I was like, damn. Jeff sometimes would be gone for, like, 3 days, and I'll be like, oh, shit, Jeff left. Nah, bro would come back, like, what's good? And I'm like, Jeff, you're back. Oh, shit. So Sasuke is just like Sasuke. Nah, he dead ass left, yeah. But then a part of me also thinks that somebody took him. Because he was a very sweet cat, bro. That cat had a big ass skull. That was a big head cat. Sheesh. Japan is launching the world's first dedicated Pokemon airport. I believe it. Because I think my sister said something where, like, when they were going to Japan, that the airplane had, like, you know, the airplanes going to Japan be having mad Pokemon promo. What, check the DMs again? Give me a sec. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Give me a break. Oh, the video's loading. Give me a break. He was a Chihuahua. That's such a cute doggo. How old is your dog? Your dog, the dog giving you the bombastic side eye like, hey. It's a big doggo. Dalmatian, bruh. Dalmatian. She's 3? She chilling. She chilling. It's a big dog. Big Dalmatian. Yo, you see how big that dog is, bro? There be people in New York with tiny ass apartments with like 3 giant pit bulls, bro. I'm like, there's no way. That's a Great Dane. Oh, it's a Great Dane? Not a Dalmatian? Also, it's a Great Dane, but he got the Dalmatian kind of like markings though. It's a Great Dane. It's a Great Dane. You know what dog I saw randomly in Manhattan too the other day, like when I got out of class? It's some brown, it was a brown dog, but it looked like it had mad folds. I feel like you guys know exactly what dog it is, where it looked like it had mad skin and it had mad folds. And the second I saw that dog, I like pointed at the guy and I said, bro, you got a rare ass dog. And he said, hell yeah. But he had him as like a puppy. And I was like, bro, that dog is rare. I've never seen that dog in person. But it was one of those dogs that had like mad skin. And it had like multiple. Let me see, a Mastiff. No, not that one. Is it a Mastiff? Let me see, Mastiff puppy. Nah, not a Mastiff. It looked different. Like that dog looked rare. I'm about to see like rare. Let me see dog breeds. One time I witnessed a guy abandon his dog. Damn, Pokemon style, like Charmander.
Yo, Dr. Stoner.
Iceberg, Chill Stream, Hunter Cunter, Jackoff and Dixter, Ratapaka. Oh man, you're not even tainted. It's so menace. Thank you for the resub, bro. Bro, I feel like I have that whole shit memorized. Oh my gosh. Hey guys, I just got here. Chill Stream, Iceberg, Jackoff and Dixter, Hunter Cunter, Dank Bulls. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to look through the dog list. Dog breeds. The Tainted Brain Rot. Nah, it's going to be hard for me to look it up because there's so many dogs. There's so many dogs. But I saw that dog in Manhattan and I was like, wow. Sharpay? Let me see. Yeah, bruh. I think it was the Sharpay. I think it was the Sharpay. I think I saw this dog in Manhattan and I was like, bruh. And it was a puppy. And the second I saw him, I told the guy straight up, I said, bro, you got a rare ass dog. I've never seen this dog in person. You said that's an old baby? Bruh. Where are they from? Chinese Shar-Pei stands out in a crowd. I think the color of this dog too was brown. It was like a nice velvet, like chocolate brown. Damn, I'm looking at the care for it. It says it has many known health issues. Almost requires a lot of training. Damn, that's a nice dog though. I had one of these before, but they sadly passed. It's a Shar-Pei. Current dog's a Chow Chow. You got a Chow Chow, bro? All right. Now, you know what, Afro? You got it, bro. Afro got money. Fuck this. Bro say he got a Chow Chow. Bro. Aren't Chow Chow... Yo, I swear Chow Chows are money, bro. Ancient Chinese dog breed. Bro got a Chow Chow? All right, Afro. All right, Mr. Moneybags. Chow Chow I know is bred. Husky is definitely bred. And you got a Chow Chow Samoyed mix? Oh, those dogs are so... Yo, this is how your dog look. Afro right here. Chow Chow Samoy mixed as a puppy. That is the cutest little thing ever. I'm biting... Yo, I'm gonna bite his snout. I'm just gonna kiss the fuck out of that dog, bruh. So cute. But definitely, like, if I get a dog, man, I'm training the fuck out of it. I'm like, nah, I want you to, like, know everything. I'll be like, sit, stand, roll over, turn around, come here. All that shit next to me. Like, ooh, you gotta go crazy. Like, look, this is a baby. Look how big his paw is. It's like a baby bear. Baby bear dog. That's a bear. It's a baby bear dog. Man.
Mario Sunshine released.
I hate. Okay, hold on. Let me see.
Mario Sunshine released May 7th, 1965.
Banger.
Resounding 10s across the board. But starting with the releases of Mario Galaxy, the cracks in its design started to show, and people now have less favorable. Did I really just mess that up?
Yo, people be hating on this game now just because Galaxy came out. Come on, bro. This game is a masterpiece.
Favorable? What am I doing? Okay, let me try that again. The cracks in its design started to show.
Yo, that's a cool mechanic that this game had that I never really utilized. That hole where you get on the thing and you spin with Flood's hover nozzle.
What am I doing?
That shit right there.
Let me try that again.
I never do that.
The cracks in its
It
design
did
started
suck.
to show.
It
and
never
people now
launched you
have
far
less
enough.
Favorable. Oh my gosh, I just did it again. Are we serious right now? Are we serious right now? Okay, let me try that again. Oh my gosh. And people now have less favorable. There we go. Oh my gosh, that was so difficult. Favorable opinions about the game. I love Mario.
Oh, I finessed that
That's what I
stage,
grew
remember?
up on. It really was a special time. I'd go outside and play in the sunshine, then I would go inside to play the sunshine. Oh my gosh, did I really write that? Oh, have the editor.
No, that was good. Now keep that in. I went outside to enjoy the sunshine, and I went inside to play the sunshine. That's bars. Don't take that out.
Take that one out for me. That is
Nah, don't take it out.
Horrible.
That's
oh
fire.
My gosh, that is. What was I thinking?
That was fire.
Mario
That's
Sunshine
fire.
Is really the reason I have a porn addiction.
Mario Sunshine's the reason you got a porn addiction. How did we get here? A porn addiction? Brother, Drake Iceman. Hey, man, that's not my Iceman. Oh, it's coming out tonight? Pressa, Lupe Fiasco, Julia Wolf. Yeet on that bitch? Whitney. Central C. The man done tune up. Better about Travis Scott. Bro, yo, I'm not gonna lie, chat. Travis Scott got so played out for me. All I ever hear is, yo, Travis Scott plays it so safe all the time. Like, it's boring, bro. Travis Scott could come out with a whole new album, and I feel like, bro, it's gonna be the same shit. He's just gonna be going like, straight up. Frank Ocean. Wait a minute. It's this many songs? Oh, it's a two-parter. No Kendrick. Man. Whoa. That's kind of cool.
If you're craving a proper Italian sandwich in London,
That looks so good. That's a lot of salami, but I don't care. I'm biting.
this is where you need to go. We are at Dal Fiorentino, the place that introduced London to schiacciata, a traditional
Yo, this is fire, dude. This looks like one of those freaking sandwiches Scooby-Doo be eating in the cartoon.
Tuscan flatbread baked fresh in-house every single day across the 5 shops in London. Every sandwich is made to order with quality Italian ingredients like mortadella.
Bro, I wish I was rich. You ever see those rich influencers on the internet where they would watch one of these videos and then they're like, I'm going there right now. I have a first-class flight to Italy just so I could try the sandwich. I'm like, damn, bro, it must be nice to live your life. Damn, bro, I would go to Italy just to try this shit.
Prosciutto, salami, cheeses, and homemade sauces. And if you've got a sweet tooth, they even do sweet schiacciata with
Okay, that's too much Nutella, bro. You basically nutted in my shit. That's too much.
Nutella or pistachio. Simple, authentic, and so good. Once you try it, there's no going back. If you're craving a
Ooh, I want that. That looks delicious. Getting addicted to a video game is good, actually, because it means that you spend less time on social media. True. I'd rather be playing a video game than being on social media.
I want you to understand.
I don't know why I thought she was like this. I thought she was on some Killer Queen shit. I'm about to say, wait a minute, Kira? That bitch pulled the fucking, oh hell no, bro. Who did she touch?
This ain't a catastrophe. It's a warning. Daddy, if you trap me here, this will only be the beginnings of my wicked ways. Cause I'm angry and I'm wired and I'm fixing for a whole lot of trouble. If you make me stay here, I'm gonna burn the whole fucking place down.
See? This is what happens. This is what happens when you
This is what happens when you don't discipline your kids.
don't beat up your child enough.
Hey, nah, keep it a bean. Hey, I said the same shit, bro. Nah, look, at that point, I'd be like, bitch, you gonna burn down what? Yeah. Yo, bro, you gonna have to start. Nah, bro. You know, like, oh, you about to burn down what? I'm about to start whacking you.
Yeah? For days like this, I pray that kids like this get enough beating in their life.
Yo, who is this VTuber? She funny as hell. Nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. My mom gave me the beats when I was younger to like a point where I was like, nah, I'm never fucking around with my mom like that, bro. Like, I remember there was one time as a kid, I tried to prank my mom. That was a big mistake. For no reason, I was a kid and my mom was doing something and I was like, let me tiptoe behind her and hit her with a little boo. Yo. She Marth grabbed me, bruh. She Marth grabbed, melee Marth grabbed. I was like, boo, ha ha. Yo, and she called, and you know when your mom call you by your Spanish name, she doesn't say, right? Because English name, Emmanuel. Spanish name, no. She said, Emmanuel! Yo! I'm like, oh! She's like, nunca en tu vida tú me vas a hacer eso. Nunca me haces. Yo, I was like, say no more, bro. To this day, I never ever tried doing some shit like that to her. Like, oh, let me prank her. Boo! Ooh, no. To this day, I know that shit's off limits, bro. I never did that shit again. Hell no, bro. It's a miracle your mom never killed you. Bruh. Oh, yeah, the bull story. Yeah. The bull story almost got me killed. Who was the better homewrecker? Oh, I saw that shit where there was like I saw some shit on the internet where I saw her holding Commander's arm. Yo, Mint, you know Anise is on that. Mint, you know Anise is on that. That's all Anise. And Mint said, I don't give a fuck. I want that command dick. Bro, what? Mint don't give a fuck. Now I'm scared about what's going to happen with Prika. I feel like Prika about to show up and... Lord. Poke meat. Pokeball seafood rice bowl. 1,000 yen. I said 1,000. 10,000 yen. Sheesh. Oh. Look at that cool ass hue that's popping up. That's so cool. Those some clunky Beyblades. Peep my link. What link? Let me see.
You know nothing of the bottomless malice within the human heart.
That's after I try to scare her.
Just then, the king felt true fear for the first time.
Hell yeah.
These
No,
were-
and it's the face this motherfucker made. The face is still haunting that this guy made after that fight, bruh.
were not the words of a beaten and broken old man awaiting the icy grip of death. But one glance at the resolve written across his face made it clear he meant every single
Yo, haunting,
word.
bro. Yo. Hunter x Hunter is peak, bro. Just showing me that shit gave me goosebumps. Netero had nothing to lose. He says, say less. You about to die regardless. Spider-Man on the street. This behind the scenes. It's in theaters July 31st.
This is some of the best
my boy
action that we've had in any of these movies. And we shot the most stunts on the day in camera.
Shooting that opening action sequence was really exhilarating. It was the first thing that we did.
I love it when Spider-Man does that, when it has an opening action sequence. Oh, I gotta go to the theaters. Like I said, last movie I went to go see was Demon Slayer. I definitely gotta go to the theater and watch Spider-Man, bro. I have to.
Putting Spider-Man on the street with cars exploding. It's just so awesome. It's going to allow the audiences to be a part of this experience.
And one of the results of that is we were seeing thousands of people showing up to watch us work. It was a really lovely reminder to all of us how much this movie means to a lot of people.
Come on, man, it's Spider-Man. He the GOAT. You said Rosé movie? I don't think that shit's gonna be on the big screen anymore. That shit gone. Ooh, look, some of the desserts that they make, look at that. That's a macaroon. They look so good, you don't even want to eat them. Fan art. Oh, clay crafts. These are clay crafts. I was going to say there's no way this is real food. These are clay crafts. They look amazing. Like this little macaroon swablu is just beautiful. I wouldn't even want to eat them. I'd still eat. Yeah, Tom Holland is British. That's like the Drewski skit, low key, where like he does such a good American accent that when I saw him in interviews with a British accent, it threw me off, bro. Gary's Mod. Whoa! This thing just looks like Roblox, but instead of like the square oof models, they're using like more humanoid models.
B1, link to link.
Class! What's up, class? How old is this? What? Wait, are they bringing... Wait, wasn't Gary's Mod already on Steam? I'm confused. Is this an old trailer? Meme 1. POV, rich people when their net worth hits 1 billion. They chasing baby Polnareff? Meet me at the hotel room. Your girlfriend, meet me at the hotel room. Yo, that scene with Polnareff was hilarious, though. I'm not gonna lie. He was like the lady, and he was like, ee! He was getting washed by her, bro. Bro, Polnareff was geeking. What? Why you sending me Reddit shit? POV, if people treated Mexico like they treat Japan. Hola, senor.
You want to hear what I'm listening to? Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty Mexican. Why couldn't I have been born in Mexico? Do you want to go out and get churros or empanadas? My favorite food's tacos. I'm sure you never heard of them. They're a Mexican delicacy.
Get this kid the fuck out of here, bro. Get this kid the fuck out of here. Oh, I just want to punch him. Oh, get this fucking kid out of here. He said, me encanta los tacos. Ugh! Ugh! Ugh!
A single photo captured during renovations inside a former furniture store in Oshkosh sparked an internet phenomenon.
In Oshkosh? Oshkosh Bikosh?
Spread through found footage, video games, and archival style recordings.
And now it's serving as the inspiration for an A24 film. Backrooms hits Marcus theaters on Memorial Day. Maria Parmigiani has the story.
In Oshkosh, a place that looks ordinary, just a hobby store, sits at the center of one of the internet's most unsettling legends. A single photo taken during renovations at what used to be a furniture store became the seed of Backrooms, now turned into an A24 movie.
Well, the reason we're here is the movie coming out about the Backrooms phenomenon.
Hetzel says we're standing right where the image was captured before remodeling erased those famous yellow walls. But that feeling people attached to the picture never got remodeled. For years, the photo...
I'm getting motion sickness. Who the fuck's the cameraman? Bro's on some... Yo, like, keep it straight and, like, just do zooms. Why is it all wonky?
Lived online, quietly, until someone posted it anonymously on the site 4chan, creating the internet...
Bitch, we don't talk about 4chan. You broke the rules.
...urban legend known as creepypasta. A place you don't find. You fall into.
Anonymously posted it on 4chan with coining the term the backrooms that you access when you clip out of reality, when you fall through the bounds of the material world, and you end up in this infinite, endless maze.
He low-key remind me of the furry kid.
And it's nothing but fluorescent lights, moist carpet, and you may not be alone.
The original post left gaps on purpose, and the internet filled them. Ghosts, levels, rules.
Ghosts. Stories were made up about ghosts being in there.
Ghosts?
Made up that this was a never-ending room, that you had to get into it a certain way, and then there's certain levels to get through there.
Then YouTuber Kane Parsons, aka Kane Pixels, brought it to life, turning the still image into found footage. And then suddenly, the backrooms weren't just a post, they were a place people recognized.
The 17-year-old Kane Pixels uploaded a Backrooms found footage video. Games started popping up, wikis were created, entire communities revolved around expanding and capitalizing on this idea.
Visitors come searching
Damn, he
for
knows
a room
all the
that
lore.
isn't there anymore, trying to match ceiling tiles and corners to a memory they never actually lived.
I'm here because this is the original Backrooms location. Looking around here, like, I can tell it's kind of like the same location.
Hetzel says none of the movie was filmed here, but just inspired by the image and the lore online. And the A24 film Backrooms will be shown at Marcus Theaters on Memorial Day. And if that fluorescent hum starts to sound a little too familiar, maybe keep your eyes on the exits, because in this story, the walls don't always stay solid. In Oshkosh, Maria Parmigiani, Action 2 News.
That's cool. You say you're gonna go watch it? Sounds like fun. Ruled unanimously that freight brokers can be held liable for hiring unsafe truck companies, including carriers using unqualified or illegal drivers who violate CDL regulations and causes crashes. Yo, bro, I got my CDL, and I renew that shit every year whenever they ask me for that medical shit, because I have that CDL as like a backup, bro. If shit ever hits the fan and I'm like, damn, I need a job, I could drive a truck. But you know damn well, that's like the last thing I ever want to do. I hate driving those things through the city. I know how to drive them, but I hate fucking doing it. But man, Caprice, my backup plan is shaking ass. Yo. Damn! Why doesn't he look phased? Is this during the crash? Bro doesn't look phased at all. Like me on that face cam, I would have been like, oh! I would have made like every facial expression known to man. This motherfucker was cool, calm. Yo, I don't know how he kept that calm demeanor. I would have been panicking, bruh. Bro, I would have gone from surprise to sad to anger to distress, every emotion. Nah, dude. Nah. Lock him up and yeah, the company needs to get a large fine because how the fuck you got bro driving like that? How you act when you know you're low-key ugly?
Get out of here. They're not winning the chip. They're down in the series, bro. They're not going to come back. They're not winning the championship, bro.
This is their
No,
year.
listen, I'm going to tell you exactly why they're not going to win.
You don't even watch ball for real. What did you say?
You got it?
Who took a picture?
What?
I heard the sound. That was the sound of a picture. I know what it sounded like. Who took a picture?
Oh, no, I had asked bro to take a picture of me real quick. That's probably why you heard that.
All right, I'm not in the background, am I? Because I know I don't like off guards on me.
No, you wasn't in it.
All right.
I ain't gonna lie though, I be hating when them like, you guys ever been like victim of like an off guard photo? That's like the worst shit ever. Like you see it, and then when you see yourself, you just get angry. You're like, oh, why do I look like that? I look chopped as fuck. Like it'd be like those off guard fucked up photo. Oh, I hate those.
Yeah, what you saying?
I was saying, like, listen, they not going to win for the simple fact. First of all, they got horrible three-point shooting.
For real. For real.
They can never guard the paint.
All right, that was a picture of me.
With the flash?
That was a picture of me, and it came from you. I can tell because my shadow, the way my...
Nah, bro, he was asking for it that time. Bro, put the flash in a well-lit room.
Shadow lit off the wall. It came from this angle right here. What you talking about? Why you taking pictures of me? I just don't see why you have to do that, though.
Oh, bro, I ain't taking no dog, it's not a big deal if he
it is a big deal. I'm just asking, why would he want that? Like, what are you going to do?
I mean, bro, you're not an ugly guy, bro. Like,
don't uplift me, nigga. Don't uplift me. I'm just asking you a normal question. Who you send it to?
What you talking about, bro? I ain't sent your picture to nobody.
No, he sent it to you.
What you mean he sent it to me?
You, I can tell because your phone facing away from me, bro.
No.
Put it on your dead grandma that he didn't send it to you.
What? Bro, what
Swear on your dead grandma that you don't got a picture of me in your phone, bro.
First of all, bro, my grandma's not even dead.
You want her to be?
Whoa. Nigga, what?
Right,
Yo, nah, you serious?
He said you want her to be? Oh, shit. He said, I'm gonna kill your grandma. Oh, my God.
Oh, give me your phone.
Yeah, bro.
Want her to be?
You don't want to do this, bro.
Whoa! Bro, why'd you do that to him?
Yep. Last picture, too. Last picture. Why would you lie to me?
Damn.
You next. Get
all right, bro, look. I'm deleting it. Look. I'm even going to my recently deleted. Look. It's going. Dang.
All right, we cool. That's all I wanted, bro. My thing is like, I don't like off-guard pictures of me.
Man, this is crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I just don't see the point on why we do that. Oh, we cool now, man. All right, we cool.
Oh, no. Bro! It's like y'all asking for it. Why y'all keep taking a picture of him?
Come on, bro.
I didn't know you was going to turn around. Listen, bro, we need a funny picture for the group chat, bro.
Wait, no!
He took him to the back room. Look, the photos there. Oh! Oh my gosh! Nah, that's the scariest video he's ever released. That shit fucked me up. Oh, hell no. Oh my gosh. That felt like a spooky, scary Sunday ending, bro. Fuck. That was spooky as hell. Hunchback of Notre Dame. Persona 5 dancing Joker is dripped out. Come on, man. Don't show me gameplay of this game, bro. This shit looks saucy as hell. Against Mothman? Hear the music, bro? Hold on. You hear the music? Wait a minute. In this game, how do you get the songs? Is the songs tethered to the characters? Like, if you get this special character, it's tethered to the character? Or is it like something that you gotta unlock separately? BGM music? Bro, I don't know what's... Bro, I can't believe that you could put like some of these bangers in the background. This shit is saucy.
決めるぞペルソナ華麗に決めたな
Damn, saucy. Yo, that song's a banger. That's the outro credit song. They put like a little nice like beat to that shit. I never heard that version of that song. That shit is vibey. Shadow the Hedgehog. Now I'm a black ball. Soft, durable foam material. Perfect for indoor and outdoor play.
I won't blame if you decide to finally play this game given your P5 cock addiction and all its update. We need to see you fight the Subway Slammer.
The Subway Slammer. Hey, and with the PC I have right here, it's available on Steam, right? Who knows, man? Maybe one day we just say fuck it. We just hop on it on Steam. That shit should run beautifully, honestly. Oh, we saw this. We saw this. This was the music, the orchestra. They cooked with this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what I guarantee will be the most important 20-minute dump and/or meal of your entire life. For a hot minute now, video...
You know what I just realized, chat? We're 1 hour and 30 minutes in. We low-key about to game. We low-key about to game. We low-key about to game. Hop on Rec Room. Chat. I also have a confession to make. I have committed a mortal sin. And you know what the mortal sin is? Run it up. Run it up. Oh my God, bro. You said, where's the Switch 2 at? This should run on the Switch 1. It says Switch. Isn't there a Switch 1 edition of this shit? That could get downloaded? You said no? Bro, this shit says Switch. I thought it was a Switch and Switch 2. Switch 2 exclusive? You know I got you, motherfuckers. Damn, bro. Fuck you, Nintendo. I had to get this piece of shit because of the price increase. Fuck me, bro. Let's get on this shit, bro. Oh, my God. Everybody in the chat was like, nah, this motherfucker really just... No. Kless, you lost the bet. Nah, Kless didn't win. Kless didn't win shit. Oh, my God. Nah, bro. I had to fucking do this shit. I am not waiting for that price increase, bro. Oh my God, I wasn't falling for the rage bait. So, this is Sora's face. Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up, bitch. You lost the BET, hand me my damn money.
What money? Hold on, Kless. First of all, you see, like, I knew Kless was gonna do this bullshit. First of all, Kless, last year was when the bet was made. You said by last year that you were gonna, give me this much XYZ subs. It never happened. Kless, this is a whole new year. Also, Switch increase happening in September. I'm not paying for that increased price, bruh. You said, did you get this today or was this on the Switch 2 Splatoon? No, I'm dead ass. I got this shit today. I got this shit at Nintendo NYC. I had to go to the Nintendo store. Hold on. You know what we gotta do. Hold on. Oh. Ah! How much was it? You know damn well how much was it, bro. This shit was pricey, bro. This shit was pricier than a motherfucker, man. It's a Switch 2. This shit was hella pricey. What was it? $450 plus the game, which is physical, which you already know the price of this shit, plus tax. New York taxes, man. They beat my ass.
Look at this, everyone. Our rich fucking streamer buying another console with less than 5 games to its name. Also, Kless still owes you like 50 subs for losing that bet. Hold him accountable.
Thank you, Oddity. Oh my God. Nah. Hold up. But realistically speaking, I really wanted to get this because I was like, I I didn't want the price increase. 2, we already know Splatoon, that Splatoon game coming out. Kirby Air Riders I wanted to play. Donkey Kong Bonanza, whenever I'll get to it. I'm not touching Metroid. Fuck Metroid. I'm not touching that shit. Mario Kart, the only time I'm ever going to touch that shit, obviously, is like chat interaction because we're playing with chat. Because there ain't no way I'm playing that shit by myself. I'm playing that shit with chat. Play online. Oh, the cartridges are red. I feel like I'm old to this shit, and I'm showing to everybody. I'm showing it to everybody like this shit just came out. I did not know that the cartridge was red. Does the cartridge still taste? It still got the taste? Hold on. Oh! Yeah, it still got the taste. Yeah, it got the taste. Hold on. You got to hit the angle. Hold on. Oh, that tastes. That shit tastes like ass. Hold on. Oh, that tastes like ass. Oh, that tastes like ass. Two. That shit tastes like buns.
Funding our streamer's console while eating instant noodles for the rest of the month.
Bruh. I ain't gonna lie, I really want to play this shit with chat, bro. Hold on. Also, setting this shit up was actually fairly easy. I thought it was gonna be like a little process, and I was like, oh, this shit was to the point. And no cap, I got like no case with it too. I got no case with this thing. I'm literally no cap. This Switch 2 is going to be specifically a Nintendo console. I'm not like, obviously, they're showing a bunch of shit that I got from like my previous console because I transferred my stuff over. And the transfer was actually like really, you know, nice. No, I'm going to be honest, chat. I'm not taking this shit out like the dock and walking around playing with the shit. I'm only really going to be playing this shit when I'm live with you guys. I'm not going to be like walking around with this shit in the wild and all this type of shit. Hell no. I'm keeping this shit here. It's going to stay docked. Obviously, when I'm not playing it, I'm going to undock it so like it doesn't overcharge because I don't want to fuck up the battery. Other than that, that's actually going to be chilling here. He said, wait, give me back my money. The reason I don't owe you shit is because you didn't believe in the first bet. Then we made a second one with money on the lot. Kless. Look at this guy, Kless. Kless changing the rules. First bet, you said, oh, you gonna buy by the end of the year. End of the year passed last year, didn't get it. You then backpedaled and you said, you know what? Never mind. Now this year, I already told you I was gonna cop it. Because the price increase got confirmed. They said by September, there was going to be a price increase. I am not going to pay for that price increase. You didn't backpedal? Yes, you did, Kless. You did Yes, you did, Kless. You did backpedal. All right, let's go. This is going to be the first time opening this shit. New sounds. You said pay his ass, Kless? Nah, Kless don't got to pay me nothing. I'm just memeing with Kless. I like to bother Kless. All right, download the update. One thing's for sure, the UI does look butterier. UI does look a bit more buttery. Handheld, it does feel nice. I like how the Joy-Cons feel. Like when I put them in and that little click happened, it felt more haptic compared to the Switch one. So it does feel nice and crispy. Still no themes. Bro, tell me how when I did the transfer from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2, they want to hit me with a prompt saying transferred themes. Nintendo, what themes? What themes?
I heard we doing some more racing, so you just know I have to be there. And I'm see them wheels so I can shoot them tires out.
Luckily, this game don't have too much tires. I might be on a warp star. Yo, chill. Noah, chill. You said show us the Switch 1? Man, you know where my Switch 1... The Switch... Oh, I put the Switch 1 away. Now I need to buy the Switch 2 to play with me. Dylan, this whole time I thought you had a Switch 2. Now you tell me you don't have one? You said retired? Nah, I got it with my OLED. I'm going to keep them there like, you know. Yo, I'm not going to lie. If I have like, you know, any other family members that have kids, they're going to love me.
Got a copy of Mario Kart World if you want it. Like actually. Just give me the word and it's yours.
I ain't gonna lie, Owl. I just be feeling guilty because I know that's like an expensive game. I just feel guilty being like, yo, pass me that shit. That shit is like bread, bruh. That shit's like almost what, $80? I'm like, nah. We're gonna definitely like hop on that Kirby shit. We're gonna see what's going on. Yo, thank you, Owl, for the biddies. I'm glad they kept my icon. Retro Japan, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna lock back into that shit. Like I said, I only chat. Also, another thing, hold on. Before anything, why this thing wanna tell me out of the blue when I'm re-downloading my games, they're like, Ace Attorney, right? They said, yo, Ace Attorney is not on your account, and they act like this game doesn't exist. Like, hey, they're like, you don't own this game. And I'm like, so how the fuck do I have this game on my console? You said keycard stuff? No. I think Ace Attorney, I bought this digitally. I never bought this game physically. But then Ace Attorney Trilogy, right? Like when I try to download it, like about virtual cards, right? You get a virtual game card if you purchase a digital software on the eShop. And then I'm like, okay, next. It'd be like no virtual game cards available to load. Software can be purchased at the Nintendo eShop. So they're acting like as if I don't own the game. And I'm like, I could have sworn I bought this game. We played literally 2 of the games off this. Yeah, I checked the eShop and it's not there. So I don't know. And if I remember correctly, isn't the Switch where I was doing my Ace Attorney playthroughs? Is the Switch 2 set as your primary console? I think now. Does it try to charge you? Let me see. Before anything, let me check. Let me go to the eShop itself. Thank God the shop at least loads faster. I'm like, Jesus. Let me check. Let me check the shop. Hold on. I don't know why Ace Attorney, they're acting like as if I don't own the game. Yeah, Ace Attorney Trilogy. You said I should have done an unboxing stream. I'm not even going to lie, Dylan Knight. I was thinking of doing that, but then I'm like, bro, you guys watch so many people unbox it. There's no point. Game behavior is consistent with Nintendo. So then why don't I own the game? Why don't I own the game anymore? I'm trying to think in my head. Do I own it on PlayStation? Whenever you guys saw my playthroughs of Ace Attorney, was I playing it on Nintendo or on PlayStation? It was Switch. So it was Switch. How do you know? See, look, I don't even know. I don't know. I low-key, I think I got hoed. I think I got hoed by Nintendo. I think they just took it from me. Also, yo, Mario Maker 2, we got to get back on this shit and try to play it. Like, Mario Maker 2 be crazy sometimes. Let's get on this shit. You said, doesn't eShop has a purchase history? Purchase history. I looked at the purchase history and I didn't see it there. I'm very confused. I have to find out. And I know... Hold on. Not too long? Hold on. Let me hop off this. I have FiOS. I wanted to do a race with the chat and see how bad they're going to beat my ass. Nikkei time? I ain't gonna lie. Yo, my knuckles hurt. I ain't gonna lie. Nikkei time? Hold on. Solo raids? Wait, there's solo raid stuff? Look at this. Look at this image. Who made this? Who made this? This is what's happening in the story right now? Mint a home wrecker? This is really what's happening? Don't ever talk to us about fucking Nintendo. Bro. Oh my God, bro. Yo. I gotta remember motherfuckers take screenshots, bro. I gotta remember this shit. I gotta remember people take screenshots. Damn. My God. Screenshot demons. What are Gen 10 starter mons?
Sprout, Palm,
Let's go.
Bon, Gekwa. Who are they? What are they? Why are they? Let's get into it. Pom
Bomb is a Pomeranian.
Clearly is a Pomeranian bonfire whose name doubles as a reference to bonbons, which are small little chocolate confections, typically cute and delicate. And that makes me consider Pom Bon.
Chat, you ever had a bonbon? Bonbons with like... I used to hate the bonbons with cherries inside of them.
At Senpai Retro here, peep the first lap of this. You can expect cuts like this in matches. Airship Fortress Replink.
Oh man, he already giving me sauce. Hold on. Ghosts? Uh-oh. It's a ghost. Okay. Nice cuts. Nice cuts. Nice rainbow flame. Did I miss it? Bro doesn't touch the first half of the track. Did I miss it? Because he's straight up on grind rails. But what I want to know is how much of an advantage would that give you compared to just you know, just regular driving on the track. It probably gives you like a slight advantage and it looks saucier. Oh, grinding is faster than... Okay, grinding faster. I like that cut right there. Bro skips a whole turn to a grind and doesn't have to do a circle drift. Bro did like damn near 6 front flips. Oh, you know what I'm excited about? I feel like I've heard nothing in terms of this game's OST. That cut, that's a clean cut right there. I'm definitely gonna, if I get on this map, I'm doing that cut. That cut is just too clean. Fuck going around that circle and doing that drift like this. Hell no, my man just says flip to the grind rail perfectly. Clean. You said do these?
It's an $80 soundtrack with a game included.
I'm dead. It's not even the game. It's an $80 soundtrack, and the game is the bonus. That's insane.
Here are the craziest shortcuts.
Yo, Al, thank you for the biddies, bro. That's insane. He said, disregard the game. It's a soundtrack. Here's the craziest shortcuts.
Mario Kart World.
Bro, I think I seen this one online. This shit look goofy. You literally Spider-Man in this shit. What? Ooh, that wall ride is nice. That's saucy. Off the tree? Nah. Off the tree to a little bullshit ass route. Nah. Bro, I feel like he just cut like a whole like hard circle turn. What? That's the one we just saw. Yo, off the blocks. Off the dinosaur. Nah, off the dinosaur snout into a wall ride? What? Bro, that looked like it was inaccessible. What? That looked like it was out of bounds. That looked like an area where Lactu was supposed to be like, no, you don't, and then put you back in the map. This whole area right here looked like Lactu's supposed to yoink you. What? Nice. Nice. That's off of a mushroom, right? Bro, that one looks so easy to do. Like, it was so seamless. How much of this is a cut? Oh, is it with the boo item? No item needed. I feel like if he wanted to, he couldn't he have gone on this shit too?
Here are the craziest.
Nah, that shit is insane. Those are some crazy ass shortcuts. Low key. Now in my brain, they're like low key installed. That's the good thing. Unlocking the skins for the character is easy too. Not sure if the other ones are. Oh, do you got to do free roam to make them look cool and snazzy?
Evolving into a fire fairy type, given fairy has a lot of Pokemon with.
What do you mean fire fairy type? We already know the typings of the starters. Hey, man, don't spoil me off of this.
Connections to sweet things. A dog starter, though, honestly surprises me a bit. I have a video in the works already that looks into the details of the
just winning races, I believe.
The Southeast Asian archipelago. And an interesting fact here is that Indonesia, which is the bulk of it, has some of the lowest dog ownership on Earth.
I can't lie. I'm gonna have to talk about that little swoop in his hair, man. He nailed that shit. He blow dried that shit, looked in the mirror and said, yes, I'm going to do a YouTube video with this shit. It's kind of iconic.
Only 5%.
Oh, you guys can't see it because my face is there. Hold on. Let me take out my face cam. Look, this guy got that royal pompadour damn near, bro. Hold on. Where's my face cam? Hold on. Look at this pompadour he got going on.
Of households have a dog there. Compare that to 50% in the US. And that's mainly for religious reasons. Islam is the biggest religion in Indonesia by
Bro, that hairstyle kind of clean. He rocking it.
Far. And dogs are seen as haram or forbidden. But
knockouts is one of the most popular modes. Bro, no cap, bro. We're going to hop on that shit. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like I'm gonna be one of the first ones knocked out, and I'm a rage. I'm a rage. But I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Pokemon, for the most part, tries to avoid referencing real religions, but looking at Pomeranians, they are the second most popular dog breed in the area, only behind Poodles, barely. But Pomeranians originated in the Pomerania region, which is between Poland and Germany today, and got really popular throughout north-central Europe, which includes the Netherlands, which is notable because Indonesia was a Dutch colony in some parts for 3 centuries. And
said palms are cute. It's also because palms are tiny, and then it's like girls really like it too because they can like put it in their purse, and then it looks like a cute little accessory to like their whole outfit, you know. And then it's like you got a cute doggy.
And eventually the entirety of it. And gosh, the Dutch love their windmills. No wonder we see 2 different windmills in this reveal trailer. And also, Germany themselves colonized the northeastern part of Papua New Guinea. Just to double down on that Pomerania region connection. Design-wise, I think this dog is pretty self-explanatory. The fluffy fur of the Pomeranian is now fiery. It's going out on both sides of its face, akin to a small bonfire. It having that wispy fur, though, also means I wouldn't be surprised by a fire ghost type evolution. The wispy flame fur translates well to ghostly wisps, but I doubt it would stay a Pomeranian. The middle Evo will probably be a bigger Spitz, the family of dog breeds that Pomeranians are a part of, but most of them are much larger. This is also the dog breed family.
Is that Chow Chow?
Chinese Chow Chow and Japanese Akita by.
See, bro, look, Afro already got the damn mons, bro. Afro, what's going on, bro? Afro already owns the shit, bro.
By the way, but Kintamani dogs feel great for a final Evo, if it doesn't go into a more wild dingo kind of area. Anyway, Kintamanis are native to the Indonesian island of Bali, so that's pretty much spot on. So I did mention Islam's prevalence in the region, and it should be noted that Pokemon has already based some Pokemon on other Islamic spirits and such. See Hoopa and Armarouge. And I bring that up.
Hoopa gives me the creeps.
Kitmer. Many religious scholars say that Kitmer, or Kitmer, is one of the most important animals in the Quran, despite being a dog. And its story? Basically, its story is that it's a cave guard dog. But the best cave guard dog. And sure enough, one of the main shots of Pombon features it in a cave. Fire rock or fire ground type would also be fitting for it to evolve into then. Perhaps they dig their own caves and guard their puppies inside perfectly. I'm excited to see what they do with it. Gekwa. Clearly, Gecko.
Yo, just don't have this Pokemon as a long, lanky guy with a pistol finger, and don't have the motherfucker dancing. Just don't have that fucker doing that goofy ass dance. Like, bro, I did not, bro. Yeah, every time I saw that mon was like this the whole time. I was like, get me out of here, bro. He looked like the motherfucker from Courage the Cowardly Dog. I gotta show chat, bro. I gotta show you, man. You know exactly what I'm talking about, bro. He looked like this, bro. Every time that mon popped up, bro, I was angry like this. I was like, get that Pokemon out of here, bro. Every time, bro. Get him out of here. Get him out.
Aqua, and perhaps itself mainly a crested gecko of sorts. Some call them eyelash geckos because, I mean, look at them. Now look at Gekwa. Those are some pronounced eyelashes. And as for this part of its description, it launches springy balls of water from its tail. That goes along with gecko species in the Stropharis genus. Cool. They shoot bad-smelling liquid from their tails to ward off predators, so
ew, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm disgusted. Yo, I did not know that they did that.
That for a springy ball launched like a catapult.
Ew, what the fuck, bro?
There you go. Many geckos store the bulk of their fat in their tails, hence its water droplet-shaped tail. And given its feminine form and lashes especially, the water drop pattern on its face is akin to a bindi. The red dots you often see Hindu, Jain, and Buddhist women wear, especially
I never
in the
knew that. Bro, is this
Before it was Muslim, Indonesia was primarily Hindu, and the Indonesian island of Bali still is primarily today. But their spin on the bindi is having it be white and even allowing men to wear it, especially on special occasions. And some Indian gecko species even have them. The Eublepharis pictus leopard gecko, for instance. Look at this dude. Traditionally, bindis represent marital status, but spiritually, they represent energy protection and the third eye. So I absolutely can see it evolving into a water psychic type, Hindu-style meditation and all. The Pokemon website even describes Gekwa as the intelligent water gecko Pokemon. Intelligence typically translates to psychic type too. Notably, there are a lot of 9th through 14th century temples dedicated to the spiritual and physical purification of fresh water throughout all of Indonesia. Many of them featuring huge lotus ponds, so I can easily see Gekwa evolving into a larger lizard that sits in lotus pose and spends most of its time meditating. On that note, look at this. It's a Vajra, a Tibetan Buddhist scepter that spread to Southeast Asia several centuries ago. They're used for various prayers and rituals, but given their shape, I absolutely can see either the middle or final evolution having a tail resembling this. It's important to note here that Hinduism and Buddhism are very, very linked. But as for which geckos and lizards its evolutions may reference, well, there's a lot that live here. The Vietnam blue-crested lizard is just begging for it. But if we stick to the more aquatic lizards, there is of course the Asian water monitor that lives right here. But monitor lizards as a whole are one of the biggest lizard species, and are common in the wetter parts of India too, linking well with those other India connections.
That's the motherfucker from Hey Jesse. What was his name again? Mr. Kipling or some shit? These fuckers are huge? Komodo dragons?
They have those iconically stiff, strong, and big necks.
Mrs. Kipling, you're
I would love
right.
to see that emphasized in Gekwa's final evolution. Big neck to hold and protect its powerful, large psychic brain. Oh yeah. Also worth noting, its eye color. While feminine, it also matches the color of psychic energy. A Komodo dragon would be fitting though also. It's the national animal of Indonesia after all, and the biggest living lizard. It'd be water poison type for sure. But we do already have Komodo, and
with that, lock in. Lock in.